welcome back to Becky Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate that you're here. Today we are going to stuff some of my long-term savings challenges. I unfortunately only, I think, stuffed this once in February, and that's really never the goal. The goal is always to stuff it more than once, but it's how the month worked out. It was how the funds worked out, so there's no point in being upset with myself about it. We're just going to try to do better moving forward. And I think that's kind of what everyone needs to remember is you just have to keep swimming. And that looks different for everybody in that you can't compare yourselves with others. So let's go ahead and count up what I've got. Should be $234 today. So let's start there. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 205, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 234. So not quite as big as what I usually have, but that's okay. A little bit goes a long ways, and we just need to remember that, or I need to remember that. All right. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's perfectly fine. We are just going to go with it. Just like Dory, we're going to just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Okay, so we haven't seen this binder in a little while. This is my sinking funds binder. I try to always fill 4 envelopes every time I do my long-term savings into this binder. If you like the bows, this is from the January bow binder kit, which is part of my Ko-fi membership. So you can go check that out. So I put, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put $10 into everyone's envelope. So my daughter's going to get 10, which brings her up to 45. And my son will get 10, which will bring him up to 45. I will also get 10, which will bring me up to 40. And my husband will get 10, bring him up to 40. And that's the only thing, I gotta fix this. That's the only thing that gets stuffed in here as part of the long-term savings. And that's because those never get filled with my mini Monday challenges. So we're just gonna go ahead and start with putting some in there. Okay, let's go ahead and start with my cover, the Big B. Every time I fill in one little spot, I put in $1. So let's do 10 today. See if we can get somewhere. Okay, so we're trying to follow this pattern. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Red, orange, yellow, green. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Okay, so that's 2. Let's go back to our red and just start that over so that we know. Okay, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one is so tiny I don't think you can see it. And we'll do 2 oranges. Complete that pattern. My orange, unfortunately, looks more red than my red. Maybe it will fade a bit. Okay. So that brings this envelope up to 25. I'm afraid that's not dry. Okay, this is the Weather Savings Challenge. It can be found in my Ko-fi. It is a free digital download. So for this one, what you do is on the first day of each month, you're going to go ahead and fill in the high for that day and then save that much. So on March 1st, I don't know why I just wrote that. We're going to just go ahead and get my fingers dirty now, apparently. Anyway, the high on March 1st here was 64 degrees. And since we don't have a lot to save today, we're not going to save that full amount. Let's go ahead and do 20. Which brings this one up to 50, 70, 80, 90, 1, 110, 11, 12, 13, 14. 114 in there so far. And hopefully we'll be able to stuff this later in the month and we can just go ahead and catch that up. Okay, no spend, also in my Ko-fi. So I went ahead and filled this out. This is from the March binder kit. And let's go ahead and do my no spend days. I had 2 no spend. Not sure why I keep putting my markers away because I just keep needing them. And unfortunately, I had 4 spend days. So for every spend day, we're going to go ahead and put in $5. So we're going to add 20. Which brings this one up to $135. Which is both good and bad. I really need to rein in my spending. Also something I'll be working on this month. Okay, so we are in March. We already saved this. This is also in my Ko-fi, free digital download. We've already saved for March 6th. Let's try and save ahead, and let's do 13 and 20. So we're going to put in 32, 33. We've used up our 20s already. We'll get some 10s. 33 is what we're going to add. All right. So it almost finishes us up for March, and we have done a couple in a few other months. So we're ahead of the game here. We just have to keep going with it. So that brings our Friday savings to 50, 1, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 196. I don't know how much this is going to save for 2026, but I feel like it's going to be a lot. Okay. This is also in my Ko-fi shop, free digital download. Okay, these can be cut out and saved, used as like minis. I'm just keeping them all in the binder just so nothing gets lost. Okay, so each one of these is $1. 14 left. Let's do 10. There's 10. Let's grab a 10. Get it in here. All right, that brings us up to 50, 60, 75, 76. Sorry, I have something in my throat. I don't know if my kids are giving me something again or if I have allergies. I've never had allergies before, but all last week, my eyes burned so bad. They just would burn so bad and they would just run. So, I don't know. Let's see. Let's do 2. This is my 100 icon challenge. It's to celebrate the 100 members on my Ko-fi. There are actually 110 icons on here. So by the time I finish, I will actually save $550 because I'm doing each icon as 5. So let's figure out what to color here. I really want to color these X's and O's, and so I need to find something else red. Let's do Cupid. We missed him in February. cute little Cupid. Do him red. Okay. And the X's and O's red. Okay. So I'll add 10 also into this challenge, which brings us up to 30. I broke my hole punch for these mushroom holes or disc binder holes. So if anybody knows of a good industrial one, because of course it has to be laminated for me. So if you know of a good one, please let me know and I will go check it out. All right, birthdays. Let's go ahead and roll our dice. See how much we're going to put in here. And I don't know why, but I always write on this one in blue, so let's find a blue. Okay, 4. Maybe I was writing purple. I don't know. Let's do one more. And 5 is 9. 4 and 5 is 9. So I've got in here. Okay, 55. That gives us 50, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. This one is from Bahan Girl Budgets. It was a free digital download on, I believe, her Ko-fi. Okay, this is Sinking Fun Twist. It's from Budgeting by Dina US. So, if you haven't seen this one before, what you do is you fill in your sinking funds that you want these to go to. You scratch off and you add your funds to those envelopes. So let's go ahead and see what one we're going to scratch. We'll just pick one to start off from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blue, field maintenance, is going to get 5. Okay, and let's do one more. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think you can tell, but that is purple, so that's going to go into childcare. So we're going to put 5 into each. So what are we going into? Field maintenance and childcare. Okay, 5 to childcare. We need to build this one up. Has a total of 10 now. And field maintenance. Add 5 too. This one is doing great. It has a total of 1, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56. 156. I just love this challenge. It's so fun to scratch those off and just get the luck of the draw as to where it's going. This one is also from Budgeting by Dina US. She has a Ko-fi and a Etsy. Unfortunately, neither of these are free, just so you're aware. Okay, so with this one, what we are going to do is we're going to scratch the back here. Let's go ahead and start here. And then we have to find our colored dice and see what color we're coloring on. So that's this guy. And for those of you that don't know, I don't know why this dice doesn't have orange. So if it lands on pink, we're going with orange. Red. Red and this guy. So that is worth 6. Let's go right here. Okay, let's go ahead and do another one. Let's do this one. Ooh, not many of those around. The straight line. It's our first one of those. I remember when I used to play Tetris, that was always the one you wanted to get. Okay, so it's worth 2. And we're going to do orange. I'm bound and determined to get all of my colors out today, apparently. And it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for those of you that don't know, I also save an extra $1 every time I make a full line. So every time it goes across and makes a full line, I save $1. Okay, let's go ahead and stop there. So what did we do today? This one and this one. So this was 3. That's not true. We did that one. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, it's a good thing that's just what we happen to have. Montrose is empty. Tetris. Adding 11. So this one so far has saved 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. I'm not turning the page because I want to do the quarterly challenge before I forget. So this is from Celisa at Beautifully Me and You, or Beautiful Budgets Co. She goes by both. Look at this, isn't this cute? I put it on a big binder clip. Well, it's kind of a small binder clip, a medium, I don't know. Anyway, that's from the March binder kit. Okay, let's go to the quarterly. And let's save 15. You know, this will be up at the end of this month and I'm not anywhere close to 245. So we're just going to keep plugging away at whatever we can there. Okay, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 is 15. Yeah, 245 is what we need to save, and we've saved 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. We have more than $200 to save still for that one. 100 envelope challenge. Let's go ahead and do that because it doesn't have a sheet in here. So this is from My Kind of Budget. I still am planning on printing this big or enlarging it so it can go into that book so I don't forget it. But this is the Savings Challenge Prepper. My goal is to save the 100th envelope, and so far I have a 10 and a 5 in here. So this is a nice way to mark off to your goal, and then once you get there you can put it in your 100 envelope. I have never completed a 100 envelope challenge, ever. I have to say that. I always get discouraged, and I give up way before it's anywhere close to being done. Let's go ahead and let's do 15 again. And since this only has 4 ones, let's do a 5 and a 10. Okay, so I should have 30. 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, I touched it. I stubbed my finger again. Every time, every time. Okay. Not gonna do anything in my savings challenge book. I do want to put some in the most basic and the monthly. Let's see if we can find the monthly. Okay, March. This is from Jordan at Jordan Budgets. She also has an Etsy and a website, jordanbudgets.com. Okay, so we have 31. Okay, let's put 20 in here, and we can put 11 in the most basic. So 4, 8, 10. This one. Last stuffing, we finished up these 2. So January and February done. We have 100 in there, and we're on to March. and we just added 20. So now we have 220, and we need 30 more by the end of the month. Okay, most basic, and we have 11. So this is also from Salisa at Beautifully Me and You. This came off of Amazon, as did the other little book you just saw. Okay, actually let's make sure we don't have anything else in here. Nope, most basic, and we're starting over. So that's perfect. I cannot use these markers on this, so let's grab a marker we can use. And 11. I've been going to big to little, so let's do 2 5s and a 1. So we need 3 colors. These are just cheap markers from Walmart, not anything special. Okay, and 2 5s. It's like all I could do to just get that off of there. And this does bleed through the pages. Doesn't matter what kind of pen I seem to use. It bleeds through. Just so you're aware. So I put this paper back here so it wouldn't go through to this page. Okay, and this guy we're gonna color another 5. So this page saves $100. The entire book saves $15,000. Let's see how much we have left of this one. See how close we are to 100. Okay, 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, 4, 2. Only 4s and 2s. 28. 4, 8, 12, 16. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8. 28 left. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'll take that. Okay, now we need to add that. So we have 50, 60, 70, 1, 2. 72, that's perfect. All right, guys, I guess that does it for us today. We're out of money, so I guess we're done stuffing. Again, thank you as always for joining me. I really appreciate you being here and supporting my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified anytime I post a video. And please share this video with anybody that you think may benefit from knowing and seeing that small amounts do add up. And it doesn't have to be the big challenges to get you somewhere. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.